These Ninja Turtle action figures represent the peak of NECA turtle technology. They do things other NECA action figures simply can't do. They do some things some figures probably should never do. That's up to you. But they probably do a lot of things you wished a turtle could do, but they were limited, the articulation not quite there. NECA has gone above and beyond what they usually do, and they've done something truly groundbreaking. They've made some updates I've long dreamed of, and some other updates we didn't even expect, I didn't even dare was possible with a NECA figure. They're breaking new turtle ground. Yeah, NECA in 2026 is doing something new with the turtles, and it's wild to see. These are, of course, the NECA Fortnite TMNT crossover figures. Being a Fortnite crossover, they're definitely lacking something I would expect would be mandatory with a Fortnite crossover. Something that almost breaks the whole bank, but I guess we can't win them all, and we take what improvements we can, but goddamn, why are these guns not here? Obviously, I was only able to get Donatello and his brother Raphael. These are first to market at Target, not exclusive, so they're just slowly trickling in for Target to sell them first. Your best bet on getting them is to follow an excellent toy hunter like AZ Toy Hunters Guild. Usually he's on top of everything going on and when these babies are coming in, so you get the barcodes, pop them into the kiosks, and see if they have them in the back. Stores should probably be stocking them throughout the week. I think they'll go online on the 19th, but you might need to ask them, get them out the back for you, and you'll have these lovely 2 packages. Look at the artwork there. Nothing too crazy, but it looks fun. This is the same pared down packaging style we saw with the Usagi turtles. I don't know if they're saving money or if they just thought the display would be better. I happen to like this a lot. I don't miss the front flap. Who misses the front flap? Anybody? If you do, I get it. I totally get it. It feels weird to take a step back in the packaging experience, especially if you're an inboxer, but I think these are great to display as we pop this bad boy open. There's my patented trick to how you don't rip the top thing. Just slide something in there and kind of pop it in there. Hold on. See? Yep, that's how you get a smooth open box, and you can crack open your figures without a problem. And the first thing you'll notice is the loadouts on these guys pretty sparse. Oh, of course, here's the credits. Everyone involved. Great job, folks. You nailed it. These are awesome. But yeah, not a lot going on. Pretty bare bones turtle for $36.99, which may be an issue for folks. Each turtle just comes with an extra pair of hands, their weapons, a holder for the weapon. Donnie has the little computer wrist thing. Raph has the pauldrons that come off. So slightly more accessories than you thought. And each turtle comes with the code card for their ninja stance emote. It's taped to the bottom of like the inner packaging display, so don't miss it. If you bought the turtles when they originally came out, there's a good chance you have these emotes, so it might not be new to the big fans. They're still really cool. But going through my inventory, yeah, I have them all already. Would be cooler if they gave people the skins, but I guess it's something. It's better than literally nothing. Who wants this one? So yeah, for $36.99, kind of a bummer that the package is so sparse. I would have expected a lot more. I would have expected some guns. I mean, you have a video game where you're running around shooting guns. Turtles, give turtles guns. That's super cool. That's super fun. It's Fortnite. Why wouldn't a Fortnite character have guns? If you want guns, you'll have to do what I did and buy the McFarlane accessory packs, which are pretty wild. They give you what can only be described as a shit ton of guns. Maybe too many guns. Maybe more guns than I know what to do with. Certainly more guns than a turtle can hold. But we're trying. More on that later. What makes up for it is the articulation, which is wild and crazy for NECA, and also the look. This Raphael figure, absolutely gorgeous. The sculpt work, the paint, the detailing. This is where NECA excels, and now adding better articulation to it, incredible. Technically, I guess his side holder is the back bling. Shredder comes with the cool Krang backpack. This is, it's fine. The size are pretty nice. They are small and spindly, but it's how the game is, so they're matching it there, even though I'd prefer some more room for the fingers. He comes with extra fists, and then he has on his hands just the little sai-holdy hands, right? And the sai goes into the holders. It's fine. It's kind of a tight squeeze. I'm nervous with how thin they are, but I've messed with it a lot and haven't had any problems. Gorgeous. Donatello is also gorgeously sculpted, gorgeously painted, fantastic details. The shell, a little different than Raph. That annoys me. I wish the shells were all equally as detailed. Also the color. The color is slightly different, so if you swap hands, they won't quite 100% match. Though, whatever, it's easier to do it and have more hand options, right? But his little armors, the shell's kind of locked in. I love everything, though. The headphones, they're glued on. You could pop them off if you want to, if you don't like the headphone look, but they're probably a pain to get back on. And these are very battle-toady. They're kind of long-limbed frogs. But where these figures really earn their $36.99 price point is the articulation. These things move far better than anybody would have expected, far better than I expected because of some key upgrades. So let's check it out. The head movement, it's pretty good down, right? Pretty good down, pretty crazy up, and there you see that like long, kind of turtley salamander neck. They're doing a full Townsend. That's great. You love a full Townsend. And then the plastron, first upgrade here, it's squishy and soft. So they don't have like a true butterfly joint, but you can get as much possible there. And then you have the bicep cut. You have the double jointed elbows, which are pretty good. And then here's where it gets wild. A total like ab crunch swivel thing. Now it's not great ab crunch, right? But you can swivel him all the way around because he's not connected to the shell. The shell, Donnie's like harness thing gets in the way, right? But the shell is just on like a little peg that swivels around. We'll see here. Where's Raph at? Here's Raph. Look, the shell, you can turn it around fully. You could put it over his head like some kind of weirdo armor. And Donnie, it's limited, so that's a shame, but it's still there. But then you go on to the drop-down hips. I've been talking about drop-down hips being a necessary thing on NECA figures for so long. God damn it, they finally did it. Look at that. Look at that. The crunch, I can give up on the crunch, right? The crunch doesn't matter, but Donnie's touching his freaking toes, okay? Those legs. Look at those legs. Look at that kick. This ameliorates any kind of shell issues, any kind of plastron issues. They did their best making the plastron soft, but it's not even necessary with the drop-down hips. The knee joints, kind of shitty. Not great range there. The, like, knee cap thing gets in the way. I would like to see more bend there. The feet are pretty stellar, pretty good. Not thick tree trunk ankles. These are just awesome. Would have thought NECA breaking new ground with the spinny shell. Look, that's where you could put it like over his head like some kind of weirdo armor, but totally freeing up the torso. Again, not great crunch. There's a lot of room for improvement there, but drop down hips make up for goddamn anything. Drop down hips are such a turtle game changer. Why didn't they advertise any of this stuff? Why didn't they show it off in the pictures? You're kind of crazy, NECA. I hope y'all can keep the license and do more turtles and implement this technology, because this is freaking rad. My only real issue with these figures is the lack of guns. I don't know why you would do Fortnite turtles with no guns. Maybe it's some crazy license thing. I noticed the Playmates turtles don't really have guns. The G.I. Joe ones do, though. If it's a license thing, though, they're kind of stupid. Like, what do they think happens when you put turtles in Fortnite? They run around with freaking guns, right? I mean, Raph with some kind of rocket launcher. This would be cool. There's not even any potions. There's not any, like, bandages. There's no Fortnite side to this collaboration, only the Fortnite look of the turtles. Other than that, it's severely lacking, and looking at all this stuff, you can't tell me it's not better with guns. It's freaking awesome, right? Turtles with guns just make sense. Do yourself a favor, pick up some guns. Oh, dang, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Size comparisons. Are you ready for some size comparisons? Can't believe I almost missed this. Yeah, the turtle's tall as fuck. These turtles are every bit as tall as, like, the Ling Jiwan turtles. Just about 7 inches, right? I hate measuring figures. It's so freaking annoying. I guess the Ling Jiwan are about under 7, too. If you take them off to the side, you can see, like, it's pretty close to 7, right? Like, it's just a hair short of it. But these are big freako turtles. By any stretch of the imagination, they tower over the Mezco. Why am I holding it for so long? I don't know. Like, I really wanted to lock in and show you that they're very almost 7 inches. But you can see, they tower over Mezco, right up with Ling Jihoon. 2012 Shredder pretty damn tall. And then Jay wanted this part. He wanted a comparison with the Lawson turtles, which the Lawson turtles are shorties, and he wanted to see if you could swap the heads, which I guess, yeah. They're not quite the same size. They're pretty close. NECA doesn't use like a standard peg like companies like Joy Toy do, and then I put that back
oh, dumb.
on.
So fucking dumb.
Idiot. You could technically put the Fortnite turtle on the Lawson body and it looks like a psycho. The Lawson one has just like a much bigger socket But you could do that. I don't. Jay is TMT 1987 is crazy. I don't know why he would request that, though. It does look kind of cool. You could like sticky tack it in there, right? Like there's something there. He's not super crazy. Okay, now back to normal. Whoops. Just be careful. As cool as it is to give Raph a bunch of guns I don't know the name of, and Donnie like that thing, it will stretch out their turtle hands a hell of a lot. I think it's worth it. Maybe just like shrink them back in there. Give turtles guns. Piles and piles of guns. That's how you do a Fortnite collab. What the fuck? But anyways, I love these. Thanks for joining me. Let me know what you think. It's a brave new world for NECA. Who knows what the turtle license holds for them. But thanks for watching as always. Like, follow, subscribe. And just blast them. Go out, blast, and I guess that's it's like...